Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've always been curious about this one, and now that a friend picked one up, we can finally talk about it. His experience start to finish. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. So, I bought this 9500DF in October 2021 after a 3-day blackout, and the whole delivery saga sticks in my mind. The first unit arrived significantly damaged, and the replacement was damaged too, though not as bad, so I ended up keeping it. I have used this generator maybe 5 times in the last 3 years, and never for more than a couple hours at a stretch. Back then, my friends were grabbing smaller inverter generators, but my pool pump needs about 10 amps, and I worried a smaller unit would barely keep up. Over the years, inverter generators have bumped up in power, and when I saw the 11,000 DFC sitting in the same power neighborhood as this one, I figured I would give it a try. The 11,000 DFC showed up undamaged. It was easy to assemble the wheels and feet, very similar to what I did with this one. I do still wish the oil funnel and the key fob that came with the 9500DF were included with this newer model too, though I suspect the current version includes similar bits. I actually prefer open frame designs because I can strap a piece of plywood on top to weatherproof and to keep stuff from spilling into the gas fill area. You can do that with this open frame 9500DF, but it is not as straightforward with the 11,000 DFC. Still, a 11,000 DFC appears to shield its internals well enough. The 11,000 DFC started right up on propane. I did not try it on gasoline since I do not plan to use it that way, and I did not want to drain it later. It is easy to pull start, and I found I could start it reliably on propane every time. The LP connection on the 11,000 DFC feels a little awkward. There is no regulator on the generator itself, only on the tank hose. A loose connection to the regulator was the culprit I briefly chased down when I smelled propane the first time. Rotating the hose by hand seemed to loosen it a bit, so I stay mindful of that way. As far as power quality goes, the difference is striking. The pool pump pulled about 84 amps on the 11,000 DFC and 97 amps on the 9500DF. I measured with an oscilloscope and saw a clean sine wave at 242 volts and 60 Hz on the bigger unit, while the 950 UFC started distorted sine on the top half at about 243 volts and 63 Hz. That distortion is more noticeable than I expected, and it definitely colors my view of inverter versus AVR. I did try eco mode on the 11,000 DFC. It idles down a lot with no load, but with a 250 watt load I could not tell if it was making any difference yet. I'm still in the break-in period. Reasons to prefer the 9500DF boil down to cost, the open frame design, bigger wheels for rougher ground, and that LP hookup you don't have to stress over. Reasons to prefer the 11,000 DFC are the potential quieter operation, easier starting, and clearly better quality power across the board. Theoretically, it should sip less fuel, since the engine does not always run at full speed to chase 60 Hz. So really, it comes down to power. If price is not a concern, I would pick the 11,000 DFC for the cleaner, stronger power. If Westinghouse ever offered an open frame version closer to the 9500DF in form factor, I would probably lean that way. Update time, I added the oil, connected the battery, and set up the propane. It started up smoothly, and I'm genuinely impressed by how quiet it is in practice for the level of power. Remote start, the start and stop button, and the easy to navigate panel all feel solid. The setup was straightforward, and the unit came with the necessary tools, oil, and a battery charger. Westinghouse also sent a cover after I registered. The original unboxing notes about scratches and minor delivery damage were a bummer, but they did not affect performance. The overall experience is that this dual fuel generator is capable, practical, and reliable for emergency use.